Hi, Andy Nelson. Today I want to talk about the key differences between patents, trademarks, and copyrights. And the reason I want to talk about this is while it's not necessary for the non-lawyer to understand these different types of intellectual property as if they're going to write the next course book on it. But as a business owner, you're gonna own some intellectual property. It may not be all those things, but it's likely to at least be one or more. And having a good working knowledge of what each is helps you really kind of identify an inventory and audit yourself from time to time, so you can identify these assets and decide whether they're worth protecting. Now, another reason to do this is because people just conflate these terms all the time. Recently, I was at a hotel where they had a kind of a display of kind of a tribute to a local surf company in Southern California, and there's a little placard on the wall, and it must have been from the original owner of this business when it was a little garage business, and the placard said, "My trademark is copyrighted and will be stamped on da da da." And there's more language after that. So I see that sort of thing all the time. My trademark is copyrighted, or my patent is trademarked, and that sort of thing. And these things get mixed together all the time. So let me be very quick about it. I'll be very brief about it. So trademarks, okay? Trademarks are the things that we all experience every single day, many times a day, because it's all around you. It's all over anything you own, basically. So the trademark is something that a business uses to mark its products or services. It trades under those marks, and that's how consumers connect you, basically your brand, or those marks to you. They know where they're getting their products. So names, slogans, logos, certain color combinations for some companies, like maybe John Deere and it's green and yellow for its tractors. Other things that provide real distinct commercial impressions may function as trademarks. Commercial identity, that's what that is. Copyright. Copyright is basically the product of the mind. It's works of authorship is kind of how the law would write it. And what that means is it could be literary written words. It might be audiovisual, like movies and that sort of thing. It may be lyrics. It may be sound recording. It may be photographs. Architectural drawings, graphic art, fine art, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some things, but that sort of thing is what the subject is of copyright. And what copyright does is allow the authors of those works to control distribution or control copies of their works. That's the right they get from the copyright. Patents is kind of your classic invention, right? You think of the classic, the mousetrap, the better mousetrap, that sort of thing. So patents are granted by the U.S. government to those who invent new, novel, useful things. It may be an actual thing like machinery or a device, that mousetrap, but it may be something a little more intangible, like a new process for doing something or a new method for doing something. But fundamentally, it is a new and useful invention, okay? And if you're able to get that granted by the U.S. government, then the inventor or the owner of that patent gets a monopoly to exploit that for a certain period of time. So those are the different kind of, those are the different sorts of IP that are the main three, if you will, that are out there. There's trade secrets as well, which is your kernel's recipe, your Coke formula, your Adobe source code, that sort of thing. That's kind of a fourth item. If you want to, I guess we have time. I have some time to talk about that really quick. But those are the basic differences. And if you have a good, decent understanding of the differences between the two, it'll help you identify them as your business travels along its pathway, and you can take the steps necessary to decide whether you need to protect something, discard something, investigate something, and so on. So ultimately, your bottom line is increased when you take the necessary steps to protect this valuable intangible property. Anyway, that's it. If you have any questions about this video, feel free to shoot me an email. Talk soon. Bye-bye.